Thank you for waiting. We will now have the overall Q&A session. President Shimada, Senior Executive Vice Presidents Mr. Tomizawa, Mr. Hoshino, Onishi EVP, and Kinoshita EVP will answer your questions. Please come up to the stage. So, I will explain how you can ask your questions. First of all, we will take questions from the media in this room, followed by the investors. And then we will take questions from those attending the web conference system remotely. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. In this room, we will bring you a microphone. And if you have questions from the remote sites, please use the raise hand button. And if you want to take down your question, please push the raise hand button again. When we appoint the questioner, please state your name and company name, and we will ask you to unmute. So please unmute your button on the web conferencing system. After your question, please unmute yourself until our response is completed. First of all, we will take questions from the media in the room. Please raise your hand. Thank you. So the gentleman at the very end, please. Nikkei BP Horikoshi is my name. So Broadcom mentioned, regarded highly the NTT ION team's capability. That was very impressive. So I have 3 questions related to that. So NTT as a device manufacturer, Broadcom, ASIC, and Actom manufacturing. So you will manufacture on a supply chain. First, you said your first goal or target is the hyperscalers. Tomizawa-san, who will go and sell? Will the entire team promote the product or someone else? So that's my first question. Second question, if one hyperscaler is adopted, you mentioned 5,000 pieces a month, PEC manufacturing capacity, and you may run short of your capacity. So how are you preparing your production increase, or how much excess capacity do you have now? And lastly, how will NTT's profit increase going forward? I want to have a clearer image on that. As a device manufacturer, if the final product is shipped in a big volume, the revenue will rise, I understand. But are there any other revenue streams? Thank you. Those are my 3 questions. Thank you. So Shimada would like to answer that question. First of all, today we had Broadcom and Acton and NTT. The 3 parties are forming a supply chain. All 3 companies will do sales and marketing activities. Of course, we do the overall coordination and have started contacting various customers. But with both partners, we have various customer channels. So we are leveraging each other's customer channels. Next is about our production line. As you rightly said, 5,000 pieces a month. But we can have 3 shifts and 24/7 operation. It will be practically automated. The machine will do the production, the manufacturing. So with that, we can triple the production volume, and we're thinking of increasing the production line. For the time being, we have already planned to increase to 2 and 3 lines. Next year, the second line will be up and running. So according to the customer's demand, we will do sufficient investment. Next, profitability. So as we mentioned today, the market is not fully formed yet. It is a new market. So it's difficult to mention the level of revenue we can achieve. We have not finalized the customers, and the unit price has not been set yet. And the pilot users' revenue is only a guess. So, and the optical interconnect market will be 7 trillion yen in 2032. And our PEC device is not included in that at all. So the conventional metal wiring will be replaced by optical. Copper will be replaced by photonics, and we don't know the size of the copper market, and so how many people have interest and what the market size looks like will be elucidated through the market research company's survey. So on that basis, we will work on getting the market share. We will have better understanding and make our move. So today, I'd like to refrain from quantifying the market size. Thank you. Thank you.
は前方の男性の方
The next, the gentleman in the front row. My name is Abe from TV Tokyo. I would like to ask you, Mr. Shimada, a question. The first question is related to the development situation of ION, the overall progress from your perspective. How are you looking at it? And there are an increasing number of competitors regarding the photonics electronics convergence technology. But in 2025, commercialization, seems that the third generation part is a bit delayed than originally planned. So the progress on this, what is your view on that? Regarding the progress itself, basically, I think it's progressing as planned. I don't think it's behind at all. Probably, Mr. Tomizawa was talking about the inventory regarding that is related to the existing products. So regarding this pack products, it's actually moving faster than planned. And for APN, steadily at the Osaka Kansai Expo, and we connected about 29 sites through APN. And the World Athletics competition, TBS they remotely connected all to Akasaka, and they used that for the remote connected production. So with this, we can see that the usage is steadily increasing. as the overall ION project, it is progressing as planned, is how I look at it. And the most important point of ION is how to reduce the power consumption and create a society with a lower power consumption. So what we have explained today, which is the PEC device, is at the core of this. Therefore, next year, we would like to surely launch PEC 2. And for 2027, 2028, bring it to those ears and come out with another device is what's important. So today, at least, one we wanted to convey is that NTT is not alone doing this, but rather globally, we have sure partners out there that will work with us. And we are making progress is what we were able to show you today. Thank you very much. One more question. This to move forward this ION concept, the collaboration with the Japanese government is indispensable as all is what I think. Ms. Takaichi is now the president of Japan's LDP, and she used to be the former minister of MIC. So she is a politician that does have a relationship with NTT already. So with the new prime minister coming in, what are your perspectives? So Ms. Takaichi, since she was the former minister of MIC, I've known her. So the PEC device that we're developing, and within the semiconductor world, Japan to once again come back as a main player, I believe that we will be able to receive a good support. Well, together with the government, in fact, the R&D related to ION, we are receiving support from the government already. So with receiving additional support, we would like to come about with products that has a sure content and contribute to the society. Thank you.
投資家の方からのご質問。
Now we will take questions from the investors in this room. So any investors with questions? So the front row. Morgan Stanley, Chisaka is my name. Thank you. So first of all, ION device. The one you showed us, Broadcom uses Tomahawk 6 and sell the switch. So this clear product output is there, and so it is convincing. I think that this can be launched, and in the next generation, will be embedded in chips. So it's not the final product. The chip manufacturers who is used in the final product need to adopt your product. So it will be higher hurdle, I think. And then next, the depth of collaboration will deepen, I think. And the difficulty will rise, I think. That is the image I have. Am I correct or wrong? If you could give me your insight. Yes, Tomizawa would like to answer that question. So the level of difficulty will rise. Yes, you're right. And because of that, we decided to collaborate in PEC 2 and use that as a foundation to go. So that's step one. And in reality, in chips, the PEC device will come into the chips. And in METI, we have been interested in the national project. And in that formation, the logic manufacturers are giving us cooperation and advice. And so this discussion is ongoing. It has already started. So to make this large scale, global chip manufacturers, and you need to collaborate. But a niche area, will it just be a niche logic area, or are you thinking of scaling up even further? This is a device, and so we need volume to make sense, to make business sense. So we want to work with the number 1 or 2 logic manufacturers in the world. Initially, the volume may not be large, but in the end, we want to aim for the mass. Thank you very much. And my next question is, for NTT as a whole, we will sell AI. So what will the structure, NTT structure be? The order is now ramping up, you said. So NTT East and West is there, and NTT Docomo has Docomo business, and then NTT Data and the global business. So Tsuzumi and unique products to global AI products. You have a broad product lineup. So the corporate enterprise business sales formation is suitable, or will there be a difference, a change in the way you will sell the enterprise? Okay, let me answer that question. Now we have Data and Docomo business and East and West. They all have AI sales posted already. And the customers are slightly different from one another. But in NTT East and West, many are local governments. Local governments are using this in many cases. The types of AI used is, one is Tsuzumi, but we're not planning to do Tsuzumi alone. We want the AI solution that is most suitable for the customers. That's what we propose to our customers. Customers who want and need Tsuzumi are data, NTT Data customers, for example, where they want to process data in a closed environment. So now, the data's request and customers that we are dealing with, we will be announcing this soon, but we will release Tsuzumi 2 this month. So with the current account, the revenue is rising in a balanced manner. So I think the current formation is appropriate. And Onisan's area is overseeing the overall structure. And we have each responsibility in developing the current technology. So I think the current formation is appropriate. Anything else to add? So Data and Docomo business and East and West have their respective customers, and the AI solution that is necessary or the infrastructure that is needed are shared as needed. But each operating company offers the appropriate technology to each customer. Thank you. Thank you. Any other investors from the room?
後方の、はい、男性の方に。
The gentleman in the back of the room, please. Tokunaga from Daiwa Securities. Just one question. When the ION Global Forum was established as NTT, Intel, and Sony, 3 companies were the founding companies. This was my understanding. And today, the collaboration with Broadcom was featured. But the Intel, what's the collaboration? What is the progress? them. It seems that Intel is also collaborating or having alliance with SoftBank. So ION and Intel, can you share with me the situation regarding that? Kinoshita would like to answer that question. Currently, around PEC 2, we don't have a direct collaboration. But the NIC or the Internet's network's interface card, we still have the continuing collaboration.
オンラインでご参加の方
So we will take those from the online. Anyone participating online with questions, please let us know with the button. Are we okay? So SMBC Nikko Securities, Kikuchi-san, please. If you could unmute yourself, please. If you could unmute. We are sending the request to unmute. Oh, yes, this is Kikuchi speaking. Sorry about that. So this is IR Day, IR PR Day. So we want more information from the investor perspective. So in terms of CapEx, what is your plan? Who is the main production? Is this the joint venture or? And what level of investment will NTT do? Where will that fund come from? So Shimada will start off. So for investment, innovative devices will increase the production line. And our stake, and if necessary, we want to increase our capital, increase our investment. But innovative devices will do maybe 3 or 4 lines at most. And beyond that, we're still discussing with Tomizawa-san. We still have some open land next to where innovative devices is, so we can perhaps, in Mito, we can expand the factory. And the back end of the process, it's like semiconductor back end of the process, so we can work with partners like Shinko Denki. We can produce together with Shinko. So we are exploring multiple options. This will require investment. But the investment will be needed in phases. So for the time being, innovative devices can cover the required production volume. Tomizawa-san? Yes, that is right. So 5,000 pieces a month. So per line. How much investment per line should I expect? Sorry, I don't have the numbers off the top of my head. So if I could get back to you later. Yes, thank you. And my second question is, so sales revenue is still uncertain, but in Osaka Kansai Expo, I think you had various business negotiations. Did you have good traction for possible revenue? So Q4 next year is October-December quarter, or so in October-December quarter next year, you have a good prospect of recording revenue. Basically, it was not, the negotiation was not at the expo site. So what we did in expo was well received by the customers and visitors, but the panel and the technology, how cutting edge the technology is, that needs to be evaluated. So like Tomita-san said, large usage. We want to get customers who can use this in big volume. So I cannot name names, but a few hyperscalers and neo cloud players are having business negotiation with us. And that is where we want to expand our business from. Thank you. And my third question is, in the annual IR day, we asked many questions from the investors' point of view. So this has nothing to do with IOWN, but what the investors are now worried about is Docomo's Q1. Is that okay? And Q2 and onward, how Docomo will recover? That is our concern. On the other hand, on the data center side, so you launched and the share price is moving, the REIT, including utilization of REIT, your future data center business, using REIT. Are you seeing any drivers of the business, or are you being a bit conservative? This year, your financial results and the shareholder return. Because this is IR day, I want you to give us information that is convincing to the investors. Thank you. Okay, so we'll ask you a question first. So what about Docomo should I answer specifically? The full year results briefing and Q1 financial results briefing had some gaps in what you said. And in the results briefing, it seems that you did not explain clearly. Maybe I'm feeling different, but the general direction remains unchanged, I think. But from Shimada-san, from your point of view, the Docomo is operating sufficiently, do you think? Today, Sumishin SBI and NTT Data, we were expecting some comments there. So Sumishin SBI included, we want some comments, and NTT Data and data center. I'm sorry, I'm being a bit greedy here, but
the competition itself is becoming quite severe. The competition environment is probably becoming more severe than what was originally expected. But to Docomo, we are telling them to respond to the competition. So of course, what that means is that the marketing costs will increase, and there will be a cost push However, on the other hand, they work on cost reductions initiatives or initiatives to improve efficiency or sell the assets that they have. So that will enable them to have the resource to respond to the competition and through that win through this competitive environment. From before, I'm telling them to not drop their market share further. So Docomo themselves are thinking that as well. Having said that, the commitment to the investors we have to keep is what I think. So in the next 6 months, we would like to continue to respond in that way. And for the submission SBI Network Bank, currently the new business is under a consideration with them. Before we actually launched the brand and DNI Bank. And we would like to give you the detailed explanations regarding that, but please give us time to do that. And regarding NTT data, the discussions of the synergy that will be generated and also within the NTT group, the formation of the group companies. It's not a major change of the formation, but maybe their businesses is better to transfer over to NTT data. We're in the midst of such discussions, so it seems that it is going to slightly require some more time. Therefore, from the fall season to the winter season, I was saying that we would like to share some initiatives and provide the explanation of that. But currently, it seems that it may be a bit behind a schedule than what I originally said. So the medium-term strategy of the entity data itself, it will be close to for them to come up with the next medium-term management strategy. So within being able to convey to you the formation, and then through that explanation, we're hoping we'll be able to provide you the explanation of the synergies that will be generated. That's all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。それでは
Thank you very much. Due to the time restriction, we would like to make the next question the last one. Please go ahead. 日本経済新聞日経 My name is Takatsuki. Today, the explanation was mainly focused on ION 2.0. When you think about the future demand growth of hyperscalers, the ION 3.0, how are you going to develop that and how are you going to sell that? And the mass production formation for ION 2.0 was explained, but regarding 3.0, which you can expect a larger demand, how are you going to respond to that? And at the end, towards you, Mr. Shimada, the NTT businesses, there was a strong impression that the telecommunications business, but now it seems that you're expanding your wins to the semiconductor area as well. So can you comment on spreading your wings further or expanding your business scope? Regarding ION 3.0, in what way the manufacturing will be done is not determined yet. However, at least the Furukawa Electrics that we are collaborating with them for the national project. They are the indispensable partner that we need to continue the collaboration. So Nikkei, before you had an article out there about something which I will not deny here, but when it becomes to 3.0 stage, what kind of a supply chain we'll establish is something that we will consider moving forward. But regarding the technology development, we will be collaborating with Furukawa, and that is something that is indispensable. So the production itself, what are we going to do about that is something that we're going to review further and then share with you at an appropriate timing. Thank you. Thank you. So now it is time to close the Q&A session. So Mr. Shimada, Mr. Hoshino, Mr. Tomiza, Ms. Onishi, and Mr. Kinoshita, thank you very much.